Good morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, minister, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today radio show. You can see a video version of this if you go to YouTube under channel Take Your Life Back Today show. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Google Music as well. Friends, start looking inside. One day, a man had an accident while driving to work. He got out of the car and yelled at the other driver, "Lady, you need to learn how to drive. You are the fourth person that's hit me today." The fourth person. Think about that. In life, we can get to a point sometimes where, like this particular man, we're always pointing the finger and placing the blame on others. All around us, never on ourselves. But there comes a time when we need to look inside and say, maybe I'm the one that needs to change. If you're finding fault all the time and developing a habit of seeing the bad rather than the good in people, if you're skeptical and have trained yourself to be cynical and sarcastic rather than believing the best, if you're constantly blaming everyone for everything that's going wrong in your life, then maybe it's time to look inside instead at others, my friends. Inside instead of others. Just like the man who had the accident while driving to work. If he had been hit 4 times in one day, obviously he's the one doing something wrong. It's not the drivers. So, one thing I've learned is a critical spirit will follow you everywhere you go. You can't get away from it. You can leave one job angry, upset, and bitter, and go around saying, they didn't treat me right. My boss doesn't know what he's doing. Nobody can do anything right. But if you don't deal with the root issue, you'll have the same problem at the next job, or in your next relationship, or even on the road. You'll still think everybody is against you. It's because the problem is inward, not outward. Think about that. I love what Jesus said to the people that we're always placing the blame on others and looking at what others need to fix all the time instead of looking at their own lives. He said, get the telephone pole out of your eye before you try to get the toothpick out of your brother's eye. What he was saying is, look inside. Deal with your own issues and stop pointing the finger. Spend your time trying to improve your own life, and you'll have a whole lot less time for being critical and judgmental to other people. When I come to the end of my days, and I stand before the Almighty God, and He says, Ralph, what did you do with the time that I entrusted you with? How did you use the gifts that I gave you? I would hate to have to say, God, I spent my life criticizing others, knocking people down, and trying to make them look bad, placing the blame on others and stirring everything up. I would hate to have to say that. Instead, I have a hard time believing that God is going to say, well done, you did good and faithful servant. You did just what I asked, because that's not what God said. No, I imagine God is going to say, do me a favor, clean your own window, look inward before you come up here. If not, before long, you'll be finding fault with me. Starting today, you can make the switch. You can work on cleaning your own windows. You can wipe away the judgment, criticism, and fault-finding, which may be the things that have held you back for so many years. Love believes the best in others. It always sees the good in others. And when there is blame, or when there is fault to be found, instead of looking outward, look inward. Don't be afraid to look inward and humble yourself before the Almighty God. After all, when we're humble, we give God the opportunity to promote and bless us each and every day. 1 Peter 5:6, humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that He may exalt in due time. What that message says is, so be content with who you are and don't put on airs. God's strong hand is on you. He'll promote you at the right time. Live carefree before God. He is most careful with you. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together, you and I, we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves and always be good to each other. And remember, a simple smile to anyone can change their life, and it can make a difference in your life. May God bless each and every one of you, and have a great life with Jesus Christ. Take good care, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And may God bless you. And remember, God truly loves you. Believe that, and your life will surely change.